and welcome to another video. I don't know how this video today is going to go because on Friday night I got some really bad news and I'm okay. But I lost someone. And I want to be real about it and discuss it and guilt and regret and disappointment and all that stuff. And this video isn't going to be cohesive, and I'm going to be honest, it might not even be relaxing. It might hit points that you're worried about, concerned about, and I hope it helps. But just be aware that this is a heavier topic than we usually go for. I lost my granddad on Friday night, and I didn't see it coming. He was battling with cancer, and I knew in a sense, but I didn't know how bad, and I was busy and dealing with a lot of internal turmoil, and I wasn't as aware as I should have been. Now, to kind of explain the point, my granddad and we didn't really know each other on a number of different levels, not just in the way of oh, your grandparents only see one side of you, but I didn't really know of him growing up, and even when he became a bigger part of my life, he didn't really, if you know what I mean. It was now and then, because he had a new life, and that's okay. And to be honest, I'm happy for him because he had a really amazing family and a really amazing wife and child, and I don't blame him. I'm happy for him even now that he had that. But it made me feel like there wasn't really any point in trying, and I didn't, especially near the end of his life, because there'd been, issues family-wise for a while, stuff I'm not going to go into, because I want to talk just about me and my relationship with my granddad. I didn't really know him, and I didn't really know his opinion on me, not really. And I don't know if he knew my opinion on him. I think that's what upsets me the most, that I'll never have that conversation now, and that I could have tried a little harder, even if he hadn't. Even though I felt he had more responsibility to do that for me than I for him. Because now I'm sat here wondering, what if, what could I say? And I've got to be honest, I came from work on Friday night and got through the door, and my mum, however you want to say it, turned to me and said, your granddad's died. And I didn't know which one at first, and that was scarier because I'm closer with my other grandparents. My step-granddad, but I just call him my granddad, and my mum's granddad. To clarify, this is my dad's dad who's died. And so we all very quickly, deeply, etc., raced up to be there. But he'd already passed, an hour before I left work, so it was the craziest thing. I have a lot of deep-seated issues with death. I panic about it, I stress about it, or rather I have in the past. to be put in that scenario or that arena with death right across from me was scary, like panic inducing. And even worse when I saw him, and I won't go into the details, but it was hard, and it felt so unnatural and so wrong, and hard, and like, death is as much a part of the cycle as life, right? But it just felt so wrong and raw, and eventually I got up the courage to kiss him on the forehead. Now, I don't know if I ever even kissed my granddad before that, you know, even as a kid, for example, or like anything like that. Like, I don't know if we ever had any affection like that. Maybe a hug, maybe. And I just said to him, like, I'm sorry we didn't have more time. And it was hard, because I'm mourning more what might have changed, what could have changed, what I could have changed, than, like, the good times, because I only really have, like, 2 stories of him, and one of them don't even really include him, because it's about people talking about him. That's it, that's all I have, and he is a quarter of the people who made me, if you know what I mean. And it's just weird, and it feels so wrong and scary. And I know so many people out there, go through this. It's life. Everyone has lost someone, but this is my first proper one. I lost a friend a few years ago. I think about 7 now, and they took their own life. And again, I'm sorry, this video is a lot more deep and thoughtful and retrospective than others. And if you feel like this video isn't for you, that's fine. I just want to talk. I want to be real. That's what I said I was going to do with these Sunday videos. So, and this is my Sunday, which is crazy, but there you go. And so yeah, I had that experience, which was hard, but that was an online friend, and like, they meant a lot to me, but it's not family, and not in the main way, it's just not. And so this is the first real, close, immediate family member I've lost. And not just that, how many relatives I hadn't spoke to in years, had forgot existed, basically. And they came rushing back too, and it was just heaps of regret and time lost. And, you know, it's human. Everyone does it. Everyone says, oh, I'm busy, I don't have the time. But sitting there, and then the worst part, sitting in the chair he always sat in, which I'm pretty sure no one else ever sat in, was just crazy. But I've got to be honest, it made me understand so much more about the world, and death, and I don't think I'm as scared of it as I was previously. And I know it's only been a few days, but I feel like I just want to take life by the horns and do the best, and, you know, do everything and try my hardest and turn my hand to things and work towards new goals and make, you know, my family proud, but also be there for them, you know, be around, be present, because we're only here for a certain amount of time, and everyone's time is different, both qualitatively and quantitatively. That's horrendous, I can't say those words. But yeah, it's hard, and, you know, the grieving process is long, and the what last forever, but I feel okay. I think I just wanted to say I wish I had more time, and that changed a lot. That made me feel better. That made me feel like he heard that, maybe. I don't know if I believe in afterlife. I don't know what I believe in anymore in that way. I didn't believe in Kismet last week, and then fate has just kind of swooped along for a bit. There's bad times and there's good times, and sometimes there's just okay times. But they're all meaningful and they're all a lesson to be learned. And so I think I'm learning from this. I think it'll make me a better person, a more present, caring, attentive person. And hopefully, you guys hearing this feel the same. Feel like you can make changes. Feel like you hear these things and hear the horrendous sound I just made on the mic. But you hear these things and you feel like, yeah, I resonate with that. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to say something. Like I said to him, to you. I wanted you guys to know. I wanted everyone in the future to know, I guess. For as long as this exists on YouTube, people will know about what I went through and how I felt. Like a time capsule for like ever. Rediscovered as many times as, possible, the human experience. That means something. And he meant something. Even if it was small to me, he meant something to a lot of people. So yeah, I'll leave it there. But thank you guys for listening. Have a great time zone. A great relax if you've managed somehow through this to relax. And I'll see you guys next week for something more light-hearted. Bye guys.